Hey guys, Josh Winky from Cobalt here. Today I will be showing you a tutorial on how to use the Residence plugin. Now our survival server on the Cobalt Network uses this Residence plugin to manage towns, and it makes it a little bit easier for town owners to sell individual plots in their town. And it also is a good protection system, so you can easily protect the towns that you make from griefers, and you can set additional flags which allow you to have more control over your town and some flags with it. So here you can see I've got a nice little town set up. Here's the town hall area, and here's the first plot that we have. And I want to first make a town. Now, in order to make a town, I just built it. I need to just find a residence around it. So what you're going to need to do is equip yourself with a stick. And with this stick, you're able to define points that your residence will be included with. The best way to explain it is to show you. So I'm going to go to the corner of my town over here, and I'm going to left click with the stick. Now you can see in the chat it says that it placed the primary selection point. This means that the corner of the residence has been picked. I'm going to actually break this block so we know where we're going here, where we can come back to it. Alright. Now I'm going to go to this other corner here, way outside of the way, so we're protecting a lot of area. And I will right click with the stick. Now you can see it said place secondary selection point. So now we've got two imaginary points defined around this residence. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to use the command res select vert. Now that basically expands the residence's vertical limits to be highest and lowest possible. So that means that it will protect all the way from bedrock all the way to sky level. This can be costly because each block you protect costs a little bit of money on the server, so sometimes you may not want to do that. But I have lots of money on the server, so I'm able to do that. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do res create and then the name of the residence I want to make. I'm going to just call it town for now. It'll say how much it charged you, and it'll also create the town for you. So now you can see it says welcome to the town owned by me. Pretty nice. Now inside this area is now protected from all griefers, so no one can destroy any blocks inside this area. Now I'm going to go to my subzone area over here. This is the plot that I want to sell. What I'm going to do is I'm going to left click the same process. Left click this block and right click this block, and I'm also going to do the res select vert. That expands it to the highest and lowest point available. So now basically this corner over here that I clicked on and this corner over here are going to be imaginary borders. So it's going to make an imaginary square, I guess, around this plot. So you can sell this plot just by itself. It's pretty easy to do so. Instead of doing res create, which is the command we used to make the residence, I'm going to do res subzone. And we can call it whatever we want. I like to do maybe P1 for plot 1. You could do 2, 3. You could call it whatever you want. I'm going to call it plot for now. So now I just created a subzone called plot. Now because it's in my main residence that I made, it's not going to cost me anything, which is pretty nice. So now you can see, right now I'm in the town residence, those yellow chat messages that are popping up. And now I just entered my town plot, which is a separate thing from my main town. So I can set individual permissions for this little plot that I made, but I can also set permissions that apply to the whole town. Now another thing people like to do is to sell their individual plots. This is the subzone that we just created right here. Now in order to sell this plot, you're going to need to add it to the marketplace that's built into Residence. Now in order to do this, you're going to use the command res market. And you can use a bunch of flags after this. For example, sell, and then you can talk about the plot that you want to sell. I'm going to sell the plot Josh plot. Now the residence name is this part right here. The residence name, the main residence that we created, it was town. So that's the residence we want to sell. We don't want to sell the whole town though. We just want to sell the individual subzone called plot. And we're going to sell it for, let's do $100 in the game. Now I'm going to hit enter. Now you can see that the residence is now for sale. So now people can buy this plot for $100. In order to do that, they need to use the command res market, same as we used for the selling command. This time, however, we're going to do res market buy. And then we put the name of what we want to buy. So we want to buy town.plot. Now you can't buy your own land, that's alright, but other people would be able to buy it, and then they would get permission to build and destroy and do other things in this plot. but only in this plot. As soon as they walked out into the town, they would lose their permissions to build. Residence is a pretty cool plugin. Might be a little costly if you have a lot of area to protect, but it works pretty nice. You can check out in the description the server IP address that we use this plugin on. If you want to make your own town, you can do that. You can also protect shops, hotels, or any other kind of thing. Use Residence, and you can basically sell any kind of plot you want. You can sell a hotel room or a plot in a town. The results, the possibilities are endless. Alright, make sure to check out our website, and the IP of the server is in the description. Thanks for watching.